Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, welcome. I'm Brooke. I make travel, DIY, and lifestyle videos. So today, oh my gosh. So first off, let's see, I haven't vlogged since the cabin. And at this point, I think that was 5 days ago, four days ago. That was 4 days ago. And okay, so at the cabin, I was mentioning to you guys, like, I'm having so much fun, but I'm also like so exhausted from all of our ongoing travel. So I'm very excited to go home and relax and just kind of catch up in life and get back into my normal routine. So I was very excited about that. Also, you'll probably be hearing me randomly cough throughout the video. I am not sick anymore. However, this cough is lingering and it's very frustrating. So I'm sure you guys have had that happen before, where you're sick at one point and then the cough is forever lingering. And so, anywho, sorry, hands are super dry. I'm gonna put on some lotion. One of the reasons my hands are super dry. All right, let's get into the issue. Or before we do, let's not skip things. So before we get started, if you haven't already, don't forget, subscribe below, because do a big thumbs up. Also, if you guys have not seen all of my Europe vlogs, at this point, all of the Europe vlogs are up, super fun. So if you haven't watched those, be sure to check those out on my channel. Anywho, so hopping right back into present day, or I guess a few days ago. So we had a blizzard the night before we left the cabin. So we had to dig everything out. It was a disaster. Darren single-handedly dug out our car, which was level with 5 feet of snow. You couldn't even see our car. He had to just like generally remember where it was and then kind of like start scraping away at like the hood of the car and see if it was the right color. And you know what? I'm actually happy that we ended up with the aggressive red rental car, because it was much easier to find than like a generic color. So honestly ended up being a blessing, because I know I was like, of course we got stuck with some buck wild rental car color, but ended up actually being a benefit. So anywho, it was a whole day event. Eventually got down, and when we got home, basically what we found out was that while we were gone, there was a massive storm. We live on the river, if you guys are new here. And you know what, I'm gonna take this coat off. I'm not leaving just yet. And so usually we're a good distance from the water. When we got home, the water had risen all the way up and was about 6 inches from our fence line. So it rose up all those feet and then even came inland. So that was alarming. On our way home, we had to take back roads because parts of the freeway were several feet underwater and people were trapped there. Someone actually ended up dying there because they got trapped in their car and their car flooded, and they passed. They were rescuing people all night. It was like really dangerous conditions. One of our massive trees in our yard fell down. That was terrible, took out part of our fence. And we were set to have basically our house flood. So as soon as we got home, it was immediately into flood prevention mode. The last few days have been complete chaos. I did take a few little clips of like the sandbagging situation and then how we set them up and all of that stuff. So I'll like plug those in here.
So the first truck of sand just dropped off more. We were panicking when we first got here because there was no sand. But the first truck just dropped off, and now the second one's here dropping off. So apparently they're going to keep bringing more and more, because we have about an hour and a half more break until it starts raining again. Almost done loading. My sister, her boyfriend, they're here helping us. I brought my gorgeous little niece. He's supervising all of the labor.
But yeah, Bob's yard's already flooded.
So we have so many sandbags. So depending on the grade of the particular area, like over here, the ground's a little higher. So we just had 1 row of sandbags, and then a lot of these areas we have 2 rows of sandbags, and there are a few areas that have 3 sandbags high. So this is the big pump that his dad brought. So this hose, this white one, connects to where it's sucking up the water. So that's at kind of like the base of the property. And this is that like mega hose. Oh, so this is a 2-inch, not even a 1.5. A big old hose that is gonna pump it off of the property to like all the drains and stuff. So we've got this, and then we've got, and then we have 2 other ones.
So that's kind of what we've been working with. And so the last 3 days have literally been like preparing the yard. As soon as it's dark, then we're inside. Okay, we need to make sure everything's clean. All of our laundry's clean, all of our snow clothes are clean, because also between Switzerland and this snow trip, all of our warm clothes were dirty. So then it was like, we gotta clean everything. We gotta clean all the pup stuff. We wanna clean like even just like rugs, towels. Like if we lose power, we don't wanna have to be reusing dirty things. So it was like, we need to clean everything in the house, make sure we're as prepared as possible, buying flashlights. So that's the new. But now moving on to something a little more fun. Well, it will be, I promise, I'm getting there. So my parents are out of town right now. So I was talking to my parents yesterday, and they're like, we are very nervous about if our house floods. My parents, they have a bunch of like wooden trunks where they have like all the family photos. So my parents were really stressed about that. So I went to their house and, put everything on higher ground. So one of their big wooden trunks was too heavy for me to lift. So I emptied it. While I was emptying it, look what I found. Well, I found a bunch of fun pictures. I'm really excited about this. Are you ready? Disposable camera, 0 photos left, so it's full. Disposable underwater camera, 0 photos left, so it's full. We haven't used the, Okay, so actually this one says Ashley. Okay. It doesn't send, it says you have to develop before April of 2006. Okay, so we're gonna try to develop this. So that means this is at least from like probably 05? Does this one say something like that? No, this one doesn't say anything. Okay, so those, and then a whole bunch of undeveloped film canisters. So I'm really excited because Versailles, day 2, August 14th, 2002. This is when we went to France. Oh my gosh. Okay, so some of these are labeled. Okay, no, only that one was labeled. Yeah, only that one was labeled, and then we just have some like this. But I did find some of the France ones while I was there that were developed, so that one somehow escaped. But anywho, we have no idea what is on all of these film rolls. So I am going to take these to go get developed. And then I'm going to convert them to digital, because this is like the amount of printed photos that my parents have, those little envelopes, like one of those huge wooden crate or trunks were completely full of just those, and several other like photo boxes just lined up with dozens and dozens and dozens and dozens of those. Like, it's buck wild. Like, we need to go to digital. This is taking up too much space, and honestly, something happens to those, like, they're too fragile. So digital's the way to go. So I'm going to develop these, and I'm gonna get, I think, 3 copies of each of them because they're probably all family photos. So one for me, one for my sister, one for my parents. And I'm gonna get them all developed. And then I'm going to do either like a dinner or happy hour with my parents and my sister. And we are going to look through these, and it's going to be fantastic. Cause it's gonna be like photo roulette. Like, I guarantee these are from a variety of years over probably about 20, like a 20-year span. Like, I would not be surprised if some of these were from the early 90s, because I just remember before my parents remodeled their house, by the kitchen, there was this shelf that was completely stacked, maybe like 5-6 levels high, of all of these like film canisters, just all piled up. And it was just like so many of them undeveloped. Like, I'm sure somewhere else in some of those other boxes, there are even more of these things, but like, they sat there for years. And then randomly my mom would just grab some and like get them developed, but like there was no rhyme or reason. Like, if some of them fell, we just like restacked them. Like, there was no like organization happening here. So really, we probably have a variety of decades, a variety of events, holidays, birthdays, I have no idea. But I'm really excited about this because they're gonna be like lost memories. It's gonna be like Atlantis, but for photos, you know what I mean? It's gonna be great. And also back in the day with those types of cameras, you know, you take a photo and I mean, the chances that you really captured the specific moment you were hoping to capture is very low. Like most likely someone's like, or you know what I mean? Or you missed it. So I feel like a lot of these photos turn out hilarious. So I'm really excited. I'm really excited to get these developed. So we are going to go get these or drop them off to get them developed. And then we are going to head to the grocery store, pick up a few more things, restock. And then, yeah, we'll go from there. I called a few places. First I tried Walgreens because I was like, oh, we have a Walgreens next to us. But Walgreens was like, I think we can do it. You can come drop it off and then we have to ship it to a third party and then they'll try to do it and then they'll send it back to us and then we complete the process and then you can pick them up. And I was like, how, this is a lot of steps, especially if you don't even know you can do it. Like, how long until I would be able to pick it up? Like, oh, maybe a few weeks? I was like, what? No, we're not doing that. So I called this other place. It's like an actual professional camera store. It's called Mike's Camera, and they have it in downtown Sac. So I'm going there. I know my mom gets a lot of her camera equipment there, and it's like a very reputable place because my mom's a food blogger. So like the food styling, all that jazz. Yeah, photography is a huge part of it. So I trust that place. So I called them and they were like, yes, we absolutely do that. It takes a week. And I was like, okay, that's fine. And then I was like, how much is it to have it developed digitally? I want it on like a not a hard drive, like a USB thing or CD, something like that. And she was like, okay, yeah, no problem. So we just have to develop it and then scan it to digitize it. And then, yeah, it's, I think it was either 20 or 25 per roll. And I was like, so I have 30 rolls. No. So they have like some kind of membership thing that's $25 a year. So I'm just gonna buy that and then it gives me a $5 discount on every developed roll. So that's gonna save me a good amount of money. Sacramento is gloomy. Although it looks like there's pretty much no wind right now, which is fantastic because when there's wind, it is actually very scary, the number of trees coming down. You guys, I got front row parking. This like doesn't happen. There's no one's here. No one is here. Okay. Anywho, Mike's Camera. All right, let's head on in. I got them all right here in my bag. So I just left, or I'm leaving right now. And it ended up being, I think it was 315. Oh, never mind. It was more than 315. It was 369.51, which is just buck wild, honestly, in my opinion. I don't think I would have done it if this was my own film. Like, I don't know that it's that important to me. However, the fact that these are years lost family photos, I really want to see what's on these. I actually feel like there might be some of my grandparents who are no longer with us, and of, you know, holidays, vacations, birthdays. I know when my mom was taking photos, my mom wasn't really the one taking photos in normal life. She's taking tons of photos at events, holidays, like that type of stuff. So all of this film has got to be important moments in my family's lives. So for that reason, it was worth it to me, so I did it. If anyone was wondering, that one that said it needed to be developed by 2006, I asked them if that was still possible to be developed, because also I feel that several of the other film rolls are older than 2006. And she said yes, but that does mean that the film has technically expired, so they probably won't be as good of quality, they might be faded, but they definitely can still be developed. So, yeah, we'll see what happens with that. If I wanted to get them printed, it was going to be, I think, like $6 more per roll. So I was like, oh, at that point, yeah, just digitize.
And then I thought they were gonna give it to me on a USB drive, but no, they email it to you in all the folders, and then you can download them and put them on USB drives. So I can do the 3 versions. All I'd have to do, or 3 copies, all I'd have to do is just buy the USB drives and then put them all onto, you know, transfer them all to USB drives. So that was actually kind of nice to find out. I also ended up buying, separate transaction, but I needed a new tripod. I have like a short tripod, but my standard, like, you know, what is this, like 7-inch tripod? I broke it. Well, I didn't break it. I had it for like 4 years, and it slowly got worn out and started to break. And now the screw moves, so when you try to unscrew it, the screw just moves with you, and you like can't unscrew it. You got to get like a tool to hold it so that you can actually unscrew the camera. So it basically hugs onto your camera and doesn't want to let go, which is obviously not good. So I needed a new one. I threw that one away like a month or 2 ago. So this one I'm very excited about, because this one, it's like I can hook it onto poles. I can like do a lot with it. My other one, it did allow quite a bit of flexibility. I could like tilt it down, and I could like kind of bend them, but not like this one. Like full on wrapping around a pole, that's buck wild. So I'm really excited about this. This is great. I've been needing one of these.
Here we are, just arrived at the grocery store.
All right, leave it to me to come for like 3 things. First off, I don't think they have flashlights here, because I feel like it would be here with the light bulbs and these other odds and ends. I'll check some other aisles, but I just feel like it should have been here. But also, basically, I have gotten all of the ingredients to remake the recipe from last night, because I'm sad that I made it and I'm now out. So I made chicken. I did like a coated chicken, like flour, salt, pepper, all that jazz. And then I make spaghetti, and I home make a sauce with white wine, cherry tomatoes, garlic, lemon, zest, butter, and a few other things. Oh, and I need to get more red chili flakes, and then some other odds and ends. But anyway, I just have ended up with more than I came for. All right, we have continued to accumulate random things. I mean, there is no rhyme or reason to what's happening here. I don't think I've gotten the entire supplies or list of ingredients for any recipe, but here we are. Well, I'm in the parking lot, and I was recapping why I came. I came for flashlight, avocado, eggs, and water. Forgot the water, forgot the eggs. I did get the avocado, and they have no flashlights. But I did get a bunch of other random things. I have enough stuff to make more of the recipe I made last night, so I can make more of that. And yeah, everything else is just random stuff. Good morning, party people.
Good morning. It's the next day. It's about 11 right now. Believe it or not, I'm on my 2nd cup of coffee, which you guys may know it takes me hours to finish a cup of coffee. Also, when I have 2 cups of coffee, I create extreme anxiety throughout the day. So, you know, setting myself up for failure, but that's okay. I probably need to stop here. I feel like 1.5 I'm okay. It's when I really get to 2 that things start getting buck. Well, you know what? I've talked myself out of it. We're done with this for today. So, like I said, it's about 11 a.m. The pups have had a bath.
Look how cute you are after your bath. Look how cute you are after your bath. You want to show your new bandana? Yeah, one of your new bandanas you got for Christmas. Where's your sis? Oh, there you are. Hi, Sadie girl. Yeah. Freshly tidy, and you have your matching little bandana. Yeah, you're such a pretty girl. And yes, we have not put away Christmas. We have just had more important things to be taken care of. So Christmas is still up, so we're still pretending that it is Christmas, and that's that. We can revisit this in like a week.
And it was much needed. They're clean now. They're clean, so that's good. Update on the flood situation. So the past few days, they've been pumping water out of the river and managing the river levels. So each day it's been dropping a couple inches, which is excellent. There's like a website where you can track the river levels, and it also tells you which like dams are going to be opening, what rivers that's going to affect, and what areas, what zip codes, blah blah blah. And then it also shows like the current river levels and the predictions with upcoming weather. So basically right now, the river's, you know, fine and dandy. However, apparently tonight and tomorrow it's going to rise, I think it was like 5 or 6 feet. And then it's gonna slowly increase another 2 or 3 feet over the following like 3 days. So moral of the story, it's ultimately rising, I believe, about 9 feet. So if that happens, things are gonna get wild around here. So I still do have hope that our actual house is gonna be okay. I think our yard is toast. Like, I think that's done, but that's fine. Honestly, that is the least of our worries. It's mostly everything downstairs. Anywho, I was able to edit a second video yesterday. It's uploading right now, which is excellent. I'm going to edit the final of the Europe vlogs today, and I'm going to get that up by the time that this goes live. If everything happens according to plan, this will be going live about 5 days after I'm filming this. So the updates will be semi up to date. But anywho, I'm gonna go ahead and end this video here, and I will kick off another video, keep you guys up to date with all the crazy things going on. But thank you again so much for watching. If you haven't already, don't forget, subscribe below, give this video a big thumbs up. And I promise the other upcoming videos will be more than just me chatting and catching up with you guys. So a lot more action, things happening, all of that jazz. So thank you again so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye guys.
Talk to me, baby.